If you are a transformation leader, a HR leader, innovation leader, digital transformation leader, leading a group of people, or leading yourself to a future state, you absolutely have to nail this process of translating this vision that you often can't touch into measurable, trackable behaviors that you can measure, which leads towards progress on that future state, on that vision that you have. And today I'm going to break down this process for you from the perspective of design for behavior change. And behavior is the only thing that matters when it comes to execution and making your vision your reality. Over the weekend, I've created this prototype, what I call desired future state canvas, that's going to help you again to translate vision into measurable behaviors that lead to progress on that vision. Define what it is you want and how you're going to measure it. Let's say you want to become a more innovative company, to have greater market share, to grow your company in this environment of fast change, of everyone coming out with something new every single day. What would it mean? How would you measure that? That's step number one. How would you measure becoming more innovative? Let's say that means more prototypes into the market. Now we have a defined, measurable, desired future state. Now from there, and I have my canvas in front of me, we need to translate that. We need to brainstorm observable actions. And we're going to use a miracle question that is used in solution-focused therapy. If tomorrow you woke up and you had a magic wand and a miracle happened, and everything you wanted happened, you're now this innovative company. Actions, observable actions would happen in your company. Give you examples. More ideas submitted, more prototypes are done and tested and ready to go to the market. More people participate in the process of innovation. You brainstorm these observable actions. Now you turn these observable actions into measurable KPIs. Example. Number of experiments run per quarter, number of employees, percentage of employees submitting ideas, amount of prototypes submitted for revision to go to the market, time from idea to prototype. So those are all the different KPIs you can run that will lead you towards putting in the market more prototypes, right? After that, you brainstorm, you think, okay, what makes the biggest difference? Let's say it's the number of experiments run per team. So that's going to be our priority KPI. And the reason we need to choose one priority is because if everything is a priority, it's very hard to optimize your measuring, tracking. The more actions, that's what science says, the more actions you try to change, the less chance you change anything. And you're going to be overloaded with data and you won't make sense of it, what actually leads to results that you want. So you choose one priority KPI and you need to define, when do we succeed? When do we fail? You need to put a number on it. So then we need to turn that priority KPI into 1 to 3 actions maximum. Okay, to run more experiments per team, we need to schedule time to run those experiments. The second behavior might be hold weekly experiment check-ins when you're gonna talk about what experiments you've run and maybe how they went. And you need to also measure and track them. Right? So you're going to define a system to measure follow through that has to be visible, trackable, measurable. And you also need to define, when do you succeed? When do you fail? We need to design a system for tracking success. That looks something like every X days, we're going to check in how we're doing with actionable follow through. Every X days, we'll check in with our priority KPI. Is it moving forward? Is it moving backwards? Is it moving nowhere? And we adjust actions, KPI, and refine accordingly. And then also with some cadence, you're gonna check in with your desired future state. Is it actually moving, improving? Is this KPI that we chose actually doing something for it? And that cycle you're gonna run on repeat until you arrive to that future state. This is how you're on the process of translating intangibles, your assessment results, your vision, your culture, innovation culture, psychological safety culture, growth culture, learning culture. That's how you turn intangibles into behaviors you can track, and into progress that you can measure. And finally, formalizing this process, but already now I can share with you this canvas, this future desired future state canvas that you can use in your team meetings, in your leadership meetings. I also have a script to run this meeting that I can share with you absolutely free. Comment canvas underneath this video and I'm gonna share with you. If you want this canvas, if you want this script to turn your vision, your assessment results, your desired culture into measurable actions and into progress on that vision that translates into measurable business KPIs, comment canvas. I'll share with you the canvas and the script. And if you need help, reach out and see you next time. Until next canvas.